Hey guys, so welcome back to another installment in my DCR series. Now, I may sound a little bit better, and that's just because I'm not as sick anymore, so yeah. Today we're looking at Optimus Prime, who has been long awaited, probably ever since like the first couple videos I made, I think. Yep, first couple videos. I made a combo video for him. I used him in the guide video. I used him in a lot of videos, actually. And yeah, you guys probably know I love Optimus Prime. He's the reason why I love the colors red and blue. Because, you know, red and blue. They're Optimus Prime's colors. But backstory aside, yeah. In this game, he's pretty okay. He's better than Megatron. I'll say that. Because I feel like Megatron just... Him and Megatron are very similar, but they are different as well, because Optimus Prime isn't actually half bad. Aerial mobility is kind of like meh. His ground mobility is also kind of meh because he's a robot, so he's got to kind of be kind of slow. But with Megatron, see, even though his specials are really good, he has no real kill gimmick like Optimus Prime does, which we'll get to in a second. And he's basically just kind of stuck trying to do stage control. Now, both these characters, the reason I'm doing this in this order is just the way I organize the tier list. It does not mean that Optimus Prime is the best of the mid-tier. This is just how I organized it. I should have probably stated that way before. So I feel like if Optimus Prime was properly placed on the tier list, he'd be around, like, the bottom half. Just because him and Megatron are very similar in terms of, just overall. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's get into his attacks. And his best one is his jab. Like, this is one of his best attacks. It's pretty slow, but it's really powerful. So I got Simon here, the max HP. Look at that. Look at that gap. That I don't know. Oh, actually, yes. Give him those hearts. Yes. Okay. That closed a big gap. So yeah, that's pretty strong, and that's a common theme with all his moves. They're extremely strong, but kind of slow. His forward attack, it ain't bad. It's strong, and it does a butt ton of damage. Look at that. That's a pretty good amount of damage right there. Look how far his head slid close to Simon on the bar. That's pretty good. And now for the main event. His up attack. Now, if you've watched the combo video, you know that this up attack is actually broken. Because if you just kind of spam it, so let me get Simon up here. You may hear the keyboard clacking, that's just because I have the keyboard as the second control. If I just get Simon up here, boom, boom, boom. But, yeah, it's hard to time it all right, but if you get it right, you can just do this repeatedly till they lose. It's a strong move, we'll just say that. Yeah, this move is a little bit strong. Especially if you can, like, because even if your opponent, like, dodges out of the way and tries to stall in the air as much as possible, you can just hit them with, like, your nair or your up attack or something like that. So, it's a really good move in general. Speaking of his aerials, for his nair, it's his fastest move. And, like most aerials, can be what did I coin this? Ground canceling. So basically, as you can see, he does the nair, but then it gets canceled by touching the ground. It still does damage. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, no, it doesn't. You gotta get the timing just right. See, like that? I hit him and then I landed. It's a bit of a difficult technique to get down, but for Optimus Prime, it's actually really good, as well as like Twin B. But because his short hop is so low, it actually is extremely easy for him to do this. So yeah, it's more viable for him. For his down air, it's okay. Again, it's extremely slow like Twin B's, but its strength more than makes up for that. And it descends pretty fast, so this move is pretty good too. And his up attack. This is more of just kind of like a second nair that gets you up a bit. Like, it's more of like a it can be used for like movement options, like as a second jump, as an air stall, just getting your opponents from above you, but it doesn't really hit them from above you. It's a bit of a weird move. It's more like a second nair. So yeah, it's that. And of course, we gotta talk about his specials. And if you don't know, if you haven't watched the older videos, which I'm pretty sure you haven't, because my channel absolutely sucks. But if you have, when he uses this move, it sounds like he says, "Fuck you, Tom," because it's, because obviously it's in Japanese, right? So he's supposed to say transform. But the way the voice actor said it, just sounds like he's saying that, which is, I find funny. But yeah, this move is actually not too bad. It does have a back hitbox. So, I didn't mean for that to happen, but okay. Yeah, so it does have a back hitbox, and it's actually pretty good for just all-around coverage. There you go. Okay. So it's pretty good for all-around coverage, because it covers a bit. And the hitbox doesn't activate for a little bit. Like, it stops, and then it activates. The forward hitbox is probably the best part. It also has tons of range. So let me just... a little bit more. Oh, come on. As you can see, it's got a good range. Being a pretty good size. Okay. What does this even do? Nothing? Good. So, yeah, that's pretty much his best special. But it's extremely slow. And that's the problem with some of his moves, that they're just too slow. But he does have another special. The truck. Now, the truck is his best move. It's a truck. It can be cancelled by just going off a ledge. Nope, just kidding. It can't. So you would think it would, like Power Pro Coons, but it doesn't. It just keeps going. So this is kind of good for stage control. And you can actually cancel it by pressing the special button again. So you can just use this kind of as a weird niche burst option. You have to press silent attack, I'm sorry. But you can press silent attack again. Oh, what? Why won't you cancel? That's weird. It usually cancels. Oh, okay. It's just acting weird right now. Okay, but whatever. Yeah, it's a niche option, but I mean it works. Also, here's another animation clip. So yeah, I guess. But yeah, it's a really niche option. But hey, you can just kind of use it to go just drive over your opponents. I don't know what to say. Now his grab is pretty good. It's like really slow, but his aerial grab is like way better. I always forget to mention aerial grabs, but those do exist, and they basically just grab opponents from above. Let me see. Oh, come on. So don't get your butt over here. Move. There you go. Okay, I gotta move him to a more better position for this. Okay. So wait, does it only grab? I forget what aerial grabs do. Whoops. But I'm pretty sure they just grab opponents. They only grab... Oh, they only grab aerial opponents. I'm sorry for that. I actually forgot about that. So yes, they only grab aerial opponents. Which is pretty good, because his aerial grab is probably one of his best grabs. Like, it's insanely good. Like, it's pretty fast. It can catch any opponent trying to approach with you, and just is a good option, because his grab can lead into this. So yeah, isn't that fun? And that's pretty much his grab. But for his shield options, he doesn't have much. He just got his jab, or his up attack if you want to be a little bit more niche, or his special, you know, just cause. And you can grab out a shield with this with Optimus Prime much easier than most characters. But yeah, I would just recommend using, you know, his jab or his up attack because they're the best moves. Or even niche, you can use his whoops, that's the wrong move. You can use what? Oh, you can use his, excuse me, forward attack, which is like extremely niche, but it can actually be a good dash option. So if I do, so come on, don't. There we go. So overall, Optimus Prime is a good all-around character that I would recommend you pick up as a character. Not because Optimus Prime is my favorite character or anything, but just because he's overall just kind of a good character for beginners. Because he kind of, you know, he's got moves that teach you basically the whole shebang. Him and Power Pro Kid are both good starting characters, and as well as Moai, he's a great starting character. And I just like him as a whole. He's, you know, got some good options, got some pretty niche options as well, but overall, he's pretty good. And I'll see you in the next one.